Alrighty then, thought I'd be showing you guys this. This is a bit of a mess, I admit, but I was reviewing all the internal frame parts that I've painted using AK Interactive's gunmetal, which is right here, A483, and some of the smaller parts that are unique, which I painted the AK chrome. It's the same chrome that I used on the weaponry for the last video, guys, that you probably saw, which came out really nice. I had to retouch up everything again, try to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Sometimes, you know, in certain lights and you know, lighting effects, or sometimes, you know, I have 3 lamps. Sometimes I would think I would need a much more powerful lamp in a specific area so I can see everything, and then I have to turn it and check it out and say, okay, I got this, I got that. Oh shoot, I missed that part. That tends to happen, especially when you want to show it off. And with a perfect grade, it's no exception, because you got to make sure you get it all angles. Some parts you could pretty much only paint one area, because the rest will be covered up. For example, this part here. Only these 4 parts are showing through the armor. Everything else will be covered up. So there's no reason for me to paint the whole thing. Of course, I can slowly regret that once I realize, oh shit, there's that little minute part that I forgot to cover. That will happen, and you know, I will deal with it accordingly. Now, besides these, which I finished painting, I also painted something else, which I'm going to move all these to the side so you guys can see. I painted the whole base. There you go. Using gunmetal as well. I was originally going to use gunmetal ALC 120, but unfortunately I do not have any more. I'm glad I didn't go nuts, you know, saying, oh, I'm going to use this for the inner frame of the perfect grade, but then I realized, oh shit, I don't have any, and I want to order it and all that stuff. I'm not knocking this gunmetal. This is a unique gunmetal on its own. I just like this one better. What I did was I took this outside and I primed it using the tester brand. Just gave it a good prime here and there in a box, let it dry, and then I used the AK and covered the whole thing. Came out really nice. Yeah, because it looked a little bland just to leave it the way it is, you know, like everything's painted and then only the base is not painted. And I was like, okay, makes sense. I should have thought of that when I was, you know, in the process. But thankfully, I had enough paint for this. I was actually considering of maybe even masking it off and painting, you know, specific blocks and all that stuff. But I reached to a point where I said to myself, you know what, this is good enough. This is really good enough. I don't want to go any further than the fact that I actually want to stop painting and start building this kit, which now I can start doing, because many of you guys have been asking, has it arrived yet? Has the product that I have been waiting for at least over 2 months have arrived, or will allow me to make this kit even better? Yes, it did. It came in about a week ago, of course, during the time of me building another kit, which I was done already. I'd like to thank you guys all for your comments on that last kit as well. This is, of course, the perfect grade Gundam LED units that Samuel Decals was offering. I, you know, purchased it, and I got it, and I'm ready to put it on this kit. You know what? With all this stuff in here, let me put this away, and then let's properly review this. So again, this is a product by Samuel Decals that I ordered. You can go to his site, or you know, just look up on his name on Facebook, and you know, maybe send him a correspondence to him, an email, if you're interested in getting this. This is supposedly for the people who purchased the non-LED version of Exia, perfect grade. I've never opened this up, so we're going to do this today. I'm assuming this is the main control box. We have sub packaging as well. Let's open this up first. Oh, it's, I've never seen that. A Ziploc bag, black Ziploc bag. It's like a little surprise. Ooh. I see the on and off switch, and then there's a button with a LED light switch. We have the appropriate, we have one cable, and we have another one. Now, interestingly enough, the bags are not marked, and you do not get instructions. But I see two of these little guys. So we got that. This guy, okay, so this is clearly the body part as well. And that's an LED light there. Clearly we know what this is and what that could be. This must be for the leg. And this is for the other leg, okay. Put these away. Now, I did receive an email from him saying that he provided me a link to the instructions for this, which I'm going to pull up right now and review. Yeah, because I don't know where to, where to start, where to begin. I see some contacts here. I guess this one goes here for that. Let me pull up the instructions, and then we'll put this together so we can light it up. Alright. Here's the setup right here. This is the arms. Here are the legs. Here's the chest part. Here's the head. Now, this part here is, we all know, it's the GN drive part. And there's a connector here that one's smaller, one's bigger. So you gotta make sure it's properly set in. I'm going to turn it on right now. The light in the battery pack turns on. I haven't hit the button yet, so I'm going to do it right now. And there she goes. See? So you have a set of blue and green lights. The greens are at the end of each of these, of the legs, I'm sorry, of the feet, the chest area, the head, and of course the front chest and the back, and the GN drive. And I see the GN drive is pulsating. And then of course it'll turn itself off, and then it will rev up again, and now it's going into Trans Am mode. Then it revs up one more time. It goes through an interesting set of sequences, as you could see here. Now, I started this up like about a few, about what, 30 seconds into this video. I haven't even looked at my timer yet, but I'm going on the fact that if this is the same controller that's on the original controller box of the Unicorn Gundam, it may stop after 5 minutes. So let's let it run its course. I also want to say that if you buy the LED version of the Perfect Grade Exia, the manual is different. It's not the same manual that I have with the non-LED version, because the non-LED version did not have no instructions left over in case you get your hands on the LED set. I had to pull the information again from Daylong's site. It's not difficult to see. You just got to decipher it. Pretty easy. Also, the connectors are 3-prong connectors that when you look at them, it's in a specific angle, and you're kind of tempted to. You look at them and you line up with the whole connection, and you're kind of like tempted to, oh, I have to lift up the pins, anything like that. No, don't do that. I used a toothpick just to, poke and prod it, but it was able to stick it in without any problems. So be extra careful on how to connect this if you get your hands on this light set from Samuel. I should hit the button again, but I'm timing it to see how it is. Right now it's going through the sequence like we remember. Well, like I've seen in the show. When I saw this, when was it? When I was at Comic-Con last year, when they had the Exia Perfect Grade on display for everybody to see. Clearly, they had that box set up where it just kept on going and going and going. I don't know if this is the same thing, because I'm also saying to myself, I'm definitely gonna have to put a sign in the front of the stand, telling whoever comes in front of it, says, when you push this button, the lights will run for 5 minutes. I don't know if this will last for 5 minutes. We'll find out soon enough. I was also like talking to myself, remembering when I got the Exia, and I said to myself, do you think I should be able to pull off the LED light setup where I would have to get, let me see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 LEDs, not to mention probably 1 or 2 or 3 just to do the GN drive, and me actually making a rig, doing the wiring, just so I can do the the effect of it being Trans Am. It won't be blue, it won't be RGB, it'll just be a reddish pinkish color, you could say. I think I even got the LEDs for that, or only maybe like 10 of them. Alright, we're actually past the 6-minute mark, and it's now over 5 minutes, and this battery pack is still going. I guess Samuel must have really fixed it up for me to not, don't have to worry about the LED lights running out of power or turning itself off. So, thank you, Samuel. Thank you very much. Alright, I'm going to hit the button anyway, just so I guess it powers down, or it continues on. I don't know if the button does more or changes a certain thing, but I am going to turn it off because, oh, right now it's hovering at the yeah, it's going, turn it off. So when you remove this, you have this connector here, and this one goes under the back base of the stand. And same thing, just connect it there. So you can put the GN drive in there, and then just hit the button, and there you go. Sweet. Sweet, but I am not using this. You know, we all know where this is going to go. So, alright. I got them. It's ready to go for me to use on this kit. I just got to get the manual and the instructions to see how I'm going to do this, because I want to probably begin assembling the inner frame, and carefully, because I also have to open this guy up to stick in the wiring before I can start working on everything else. So let me just ponder at the lights again, and let's begin assembling the perfect grade Exia, beginning with the inner frame.